Alright, so this is going to be a Super Apache. We've got a Super Huey and a Super Cobra, so I figured why not a Super Apache. And obviously this is the BBI Elite Force Awesome Apache, so it's going to look good. Alright, this thing is masked and ready to paint. Certain parts of it are still going to remain green. Other parts of it are going to be this lovely gloss gray that I'm obsessed with, that I've been using for a few projects. So, already masked with tape. And then I wanted to show you this window didn't come with the helicopter, so I created one. And now it's not perfect. I'm going to have to change it slightly in Tinkercad and reprint it, but I'm very happy. It looks like it's going to work, because you got to have all your windows. So yeah, looking good. Oh yeah, and this is the tail. The tail made it this interesting shape because it didn't come with one. This helicopter was missing a bunch of parts, but that's what I do. All right, well, it looks like the gray paint looks good, so it's all painted, and got the masking tape still on it, so I'll take that off in a few, but I'm really liking the way it looks. All right, so I have removed the, I think it's called a horizontal gearbox, which is the thing that sticks out of the front of the engine of the Apache helicopter. I've removed it because I'm going to put an advanced air filter on it, but I noticed that the level of detail with BBI is so amazing that they actually put fan blades in there, which is incredible. You don't really see them very easily on the craft, but BBI is just incredible, and 21st century. Alright, here's where we are so far. Painted, masking tape removed. I'm working on this missing window, as well as the wing pylons, which I've got on Tinkercad over here, which turns look pretty good. My printer is printing a little oddly though. And I've got the blades, and it's 5 blades. I got the tail on. So it's kind of hard to see, but I've created a weapon wing because it didn't come with the right weapon wing. So that is that. That's my 3D printed version. It turned out really well. It's hard to see from here. It doesn't have the screws on it. I put sandpaper instead because when a 3D printer prints a curved surface, it creates kind of this effect where it's layered basically. It's not smooth. And now you can sand it, but I'm just putting paper over it so you can't tell. Okay, so here's the final product. I'm always amazed at how large the BBI helicopters are, the Black Hawk and the Apache. So we've got our custom guys in here wearing their desert camo. This is the final version of the window. It's not perfect, but it will do. I tried, I think, 9 times to get that to work right. So I just have to eventually say it's good enough. So originally it was missing the main rotors, the tail rotor, the tail fin, 1 weapon wing, and that window. And I believe that's everything. And of course the weapons weren't on it. So I had to customize all the weapons. That's I think a Sky Striker fuel tank and some Sky Striker missiles. That's the Hydra, the green camo thing, is actually a wood dowel with some 3D printed ends on it. That weapon wing you're looking at now is 3D printed. I'm happy with how it turned out. Obviously I wasn't able to get the detail level of the original. It would have been nice to have all the parts, but what do you do? So I just made do with what I had, and it's put some sandpaper on there to make it covered up, because the 3D printer kind of makes things look fractal. This is the Rado. It's 360 Rado, so it can see all around it, any metal objects. It's also 3D printed. It holds steady when the blades spin. I left, when I looked at this, was studying this item on the internet, the actual one, most of these parts were left green. So I left the camera's green. I like that kind of contrast, looks good. I added the little monster face to it, which turned out really good. That's from the Huey, the 118 21st century Hobby Boss Huey. This is a little Lego that I got to stick in there. Let's pull back out again. The tail, oh yeah, I added special air filters to the front of it just for fun. That's what what those are. Those are special air filters. They have actual screens in them, as you can see. All right, this is the custom tail. I made it kind of a funky shape just for fun. This tail rotor is from the Black Hawk. I had an extra laying around. That little light is from the Black Hawk also. And going back up this way, it's got custom antennas. Those are little radar-ish things. And it has a little cross antenna. And yeah, very happy with how it turned out. It certainly looks a lot better than it did. I just love taking, you know, partly destroyed, incomplete models of 118 and just making them into something cool. So, yeah, this thing's over 3 feet long. It's enormous. Alright, it's got that's that very characteristic Apache look. There's no helicopter that looks quite like the Apache. Some people say it looks kind of ugly and kind of beastly. I agree, but it's also got a certain aesthetic appeal. I like the look of the Viper and Cobra better, but this was easier to find and turned out just fine. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to show was that I have this seal for the stickers that you can actually see the detail underneath them. It looks really good. It looks incredible. It works really well. So yeah, all right. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention was this helicopter has 5 blades instead of the traditional 4. It's part of what makes it a super Apache as opposed to a normal Apache.